this week that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down, it's Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Herman. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Patriots take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
53.
A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's got room. Still fighting for more. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go, Mexico!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Here we go. What? 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and
look at the big man rumble. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week, 15 carries, 53 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Looking to throw. Herman. This will be caught just inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come on.
Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Here we go.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
From the gun on third down. Herman. And that is incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
One day, 53. 162.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Go ahead.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Luck on 1st down. Being chased out left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Paul Richardson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Come on, let's go. What?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and 10, Herman. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Grand 38.
Throwing again. Herman. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Come on, let's go.
On 3rd down, Herman. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now a 1st down throw. Locke. His throw incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Forced out to his left. Left side, it's Dorsett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Watch 84. Watch 84. Watch 622. Watch 623. Hurry. Gun. 11.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And this one's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch 627. Begin. Tempo. Go ahead. Hey, easy.
Back to the air. Locke on 2nd down. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class. And under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
12, 11. 12.
Back to throw, Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
The point after try for Gostkowski. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking to throw on second down. Herman. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
We got three down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So what happened? All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. He spins free. Oh, now he bowls him over. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on,
it's a foot race, and all the way down to the 26. A big play there out of Cook. 44 yards on the ground. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
After the run, Luck going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. On second down, here's Love. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out, and the Buccaneers have it.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Let's go! Brad 38!
Again, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing on third and long. Herman, complete. He finds Brain. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Here we go!
They'll try and pick it up by running in. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
12.
Here's Luck. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A chance for us to get a glance at this Patriots defense. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Throwing on first down. Herman. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
Let's go!
To throw on third down, Herman. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Wait a second. They did not
penalty is
accept
declined.
that after the incompletion. What? your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Middle.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
12.
From his goal line here, Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Back now in Tampa, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Four down.
They start the drive with Cook. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 12. Run.
To throw is Locke. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. And even 40 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
On 1st down, it's Locke. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Locke. He'll buy some time right, and that'll be incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, Locke. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score. And the Patriots add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Jackson now to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's go!
To throw on second down, Herman. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing on third and long. Herman. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This is fielded at the 7. One of the longest punts in the last decade or so, 80-plus yards. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. From the gun, Herman. And a catch right side by Evans. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's go! Red 38!
On 1st down, Herman caught on the right side by Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back to throw, Herman. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Herman. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Herman, he sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Herman. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots are close to finishing off this football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run with Marshall. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And here's Marshall. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And back